Biblical theology protects our churches from error. As you may know, there are so many false churches and false believers spreading throughout the globe today because so many false teachers grab a text of Scripture and just distort it and use it to what they know will appeal to their hearers. They make the text about them and not finally about Christ. So suppose you were teaching Deuteronomy 28, or suppose, let's say, a prosperity gospel preacher is teaching Deuteronomy 28, and there's covenant blessings and covenant curses after Moses gives the law. And Moses says this, and if you faithfully obey the voice of the Lord your God, blessed shall be the fruit of your womb, and the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your cattle, the increase of your herds, and the young of your flock. Well, how would a prosperity gospel teacher teach that text? Well, he'd probably say, if you're obedient and give money to the church and follow what we say, you will be blessed. Your crops will go, your goat will give milk, and your children will be prosperous. You'll be blessed. Well, what has this preacher lost sight of? Well, he's lost sight of the storyline of the Bible. What is the point of Deuteronomy 28? Well, clearly it's establishing a link between obedience and blessing, and it's telling us that that link between obedience and blessing is inseparable. Be obedient, be blessed. Don't be obedient, you won't be blessed. It's establishing that very clearly. But of course, it's doing more than that, isn't it? Because the story of Israel's life goes on after Moses gave that sermon. And the people of Israel discovered that they weren't obedient. And so they weren't blessed. They were cursed. They were exiled. And of course, they're just teaching us something about ourselves. It's true for us as well that we need obedience to have blessing. But like the Israelites, we aren't obedient. And so we don't deserve blessing. We deserve God's curse. Good news. Someone came who was perfectly obedient. And because he was obedient, we can have his blessing. So do you see what Deuteronomy 28 is teaching us? It's teaching us something that's relevant for our lives. We need obedience. But it's also teaching us we aren't obedient. We need Christ. And how we can distort that text by losing sight of the storyline of the Bible as a whole. The prosperity gospel teacher, like so many other forms and kinds of false teachers, makes the Bible all about us and what we get in the here and now, when really it's all about Christ.